Okay, hello, hello. It's Nicole Hanchi. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Big shout out to all of these Social Media Marketers United peeps. So I wanted to record this scope out. I'm attempting to do my very first Periscope training. Hello, hello, hello.
Am I the only one?
Yeah. So far, I was actually having trouble with the getting the links posted and everything, so that's why I was asking if you could test it. So yeah, we're live, we're recording.
Oh, then I'm gonna back
so
out of this.
Go ahead and get your tile up there, cover yourself, but hang out because but I think you might be able to help me answer some questions if you don't mind, Miss Jody.
No
if you're willing to do that for the better cause, the greater good. So anyway, what I'm attempting to for the greater good, yes, take one for the team. So what we're attempting to do here is our very first sort of scope out, where we're going to host a Periscope live. Hello, Robin.
Oh, I didn't know I was going to be on. Okay.
I'm sorry. Jody just had the same problem. Yeah. Welcome. Please stay. I hope you'll stay.
Sure.
We need our Periscope experts, our expert panel here to help answer questions for so what I'm trying to do here, just to catch you up, is just record a scope and have everyone look over my shoulder as I initiate a scope and host a scope, more for the purposes of showing how easy it is to just start up a scope and host one, and just what the little functionality is. It's just meant to be basic, just to get people started, because what I'm finding is people are curious about it, but when they go look at it, it's not making sense. Right. So I thought if I just showed quickly and easily, how it is to just sort of host a scope, that's kind of my goal here. So if you guys are ready, what I'm going to do is turn the computer around, and I'm going to show you my screen. Okay. Oh, I hear Mr. Shane. Is that Mr. Shane in the background?
I was going to say, I'm sorry, I will mute myself.
Oh, that's okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Okay, so can you confirm that you can see, can you see my screen right now, and you can see my phone? You see my phone moving?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so first things first, this is the icon for Periscope. This is what it looks like. So if you haven't downloaded it from your app store, go ahead and download that now. That's obviously the first step to hosting a scope, right? So we're going to go ahead and click in there. And along the bottom, these are the things that we're going to be starting with first before we initiate a scope, okay? The TV, the little TV icon over here, this is kind of awkward because I'm actually doing the screen and the Periscope at the same time, so bear with me. But the TV icon on the bottom left, I'm going to click on that. Well, having some technical difficulties here. Okay. All right. And what this is showing me are all of the scopes that are going on or have been going on for people that I'm following. Right? So this is kind of your TV, where you can go check out a channel, basically, and just kind of scroll through the channels, see if you find anything that you want to hop onto. And then if you want to hop in, I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to do that into anybody else's scope, but this is where you would join into a scope. So if you want to hop on, once you get your Periscope to this, just look for me. I'm at Nicole Hanchi, and then you'll be able to pop in. Okay, the next thing we're looking at is this world icon here, this globe. And this is going to give you two different views here. You have a map view, and then you have a list view. And basically what this is showing you is all of the scopes that have gone on and where they're located. I think this is kind of cool. So you can kind of see where your scopers are that you're connected to, and how many scopes are happening. So we have a lot happening. I'm guessing this is
Disney. I've been watching Disney for like the last week.
You have?
I have. I saw the morning thing this morning. Oh yeah, every day I watch something on Disney. I saw the fireworks last night.
Well, you're getting ready to go down there on vacation, right? So that's on your brain. That's relevant.
Yep, it's relevant to what I'm doing. Yep.
Yeah, so see, people are looking for things that are relevant to them. So this is the list view, right? So this is just a bit of a different view. It's not as cool as the map, I don't think, but at least you can scroll through and just kind of see what's going on and see what people are doing and engage with the people that you're following. So hopefully that is making sense so far. So we've got our TV, we've got our globe. I'm going to skip over this one because this is where we're going to initiate a scope. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to go over to this one right now. Okay, and this is where you can build your following and create your own profile. So first things first, you're going to want to click on this person icon on the top right hand corner, and this is going to be your profile. You want to set that up first and foremost before you start scoping, because you want people to know who you are and know a little bit about you. It will help them make that decision to follow you back or just follow you, even if you're not following them, and check out your scopes. So you'll want to put a picture in there. I went ahead and initiated mine by connecting with my Twitter account, which I think is the best way to do it, but you can also initiate your Periscope account with your phone number. So this is going to show you what your username is. Even if you initiate with your Twitter account, you can still choose a different username. But I chose to be congruent. I just think it's a smart thing to do to help people find me more easily across the different social media platforms. So I'm at Nicole Hanchi on Periscope, just as I am on Twitter. And this is the number of hearts, and we'll get to see that once we actually start up a scope, and what hearts mean and why they're going to be important to you if you're going to be scoping for the purpose of growing your business. This is your precious real estate right here. As with all of your accounts, this is where you're going to tell people a little bit about who you are, what your purpose is, and you're going to send them somewhere, wherever you want to send them to capture their information, have them become a part of your community, whatever it is that you're doing for your business. You want to put that information here as part of your bio, okay? And then these are kind of your stats. This is showing right now how many people am I following, how many followers I have, how many people have blocked me. Doing so far so good, right? Just 0. And then how many broadcasts I've done so far. So as you can see, I'm new, I'm starting up, I've only done 4 broadcasts. And so this is where you can actually go in and access all of the broadcasts that you've done. Are you guys still with me? Can you see everything okay on the screen? Okay, awesome. Very good, very good. So you can access your own scopes here anytime you want to. You can also have them automatically load. Whoops, I'm clicking on the computer screen instead of the phone. You can also have them automatically load into your phone, which is a great way to repurpose your scopes, right? Your scope, even though this is not a platform where you can record something and upload it like you can with YouTube or even Instagram or Facebook. This is actually a native thing that's going on. You're recording it live, streaming in Periscope, and you can repurpose that, though, across your other social media platforms, which I'm a big fan of reusing things. So let's continue to scroll down. Here in our settings, this is going to be where you can indicate you want to save your broadcasts. I highly recommend that you activate this. Anytime that you do a scope, it's automatically going to download to your phone, and then, like I was explaining before, you're going to be able to repurpose that, load it up to your Facebook, your YouTube, wherever you want to send that. So it just helps you to kind of make the most out of the time that you're spending on your scopes. Okay, and then notifications, this is just going to let you know when people follow you to receive a notification. I actually don't usually keep that on. I'm not sure. It keeps turning on by itself. I think I have a gremlin. Just because notifications I find are distracting, but that's your personal preference as to whether you'd like to know when people are following you. Whoops, there I go again, clicking on the screen. How am I doing, gals? Am I missing anything so far?
No.
Yeah, everything seems... I'm doing good with explaining. I haven't missed anything.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
Cool. Okay. All right. So we've looked at our settings. We understand everything that we have going on up here. This is pretty much all you need to get started with your first scope, and that's the purpose of this today. We're not going to go into all of the details and things like that, though. Once we start the scope, we may have some questions that we'll attempt to answer. So let's go back here. This is going to show you, this is who I'm following on Twitter, which this is really the reason why, if you're active on Twitter, that you should hook it up definitely with your Periscope account so that you can sort of maximize that audience that you've already built over on Twitter here on Periscope. So you can just easily, boom, whoops. See how easy it is for me to build my following just by following the people that I've already been connected to on Twitter. They're obviously already interested to some extent, or we wouldn't be connected on Twitter, right? So it just makes sense to carry them over to Periscope. So this is a great way to build your audience. Just go through and follow your Twitter friends, your tweet friends, your tweet buddies. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is to setting up your profile. And once you do that, you're ready to do your first scope. So that's going to happen here, this little button down here on the bottom. I'm going to click on that right now. Now, this is important. A couple of things here. Normally what I would do is I would have this my screen kind of set on maybe an image or something, because what your screen captures when you initiate the scope is kind of what it displays once it saves. So when I first started scoping, what you see in there is, picture of the carpet and picture of whatever it was I was pointing my phone at. And so now, I've kind of learned my lessons as I go through. So if I wasn't doing this live session, I'd be pointing it to some kind of static image, just something that catches the eye, and that's what people will see when they scroll through and see your scope. This piece here, this area up here, is where you're going to put your title. Now, I have a couple of recommendations for that. Either A, you can create your title first before you start your scope over in Notepad. That way you have it saved, and I'll tell you why. Or you can create it here. So let's go. I'm going to go do that for you right now. So we are doing our Periscope quick and dirty training session. Okay. I'm going to throw in some emojis to bring some attention to it, just to kind of catch people's eye. And then what I'm doing right now is I'm resting my thumb on the screen. I'm hitting select all, and I'm copying. All right, so either you're going to do this or you're going to type it first out in your notepad. And the reason why is because sometimes you'll establish a scope and you'll get it started and something will happen and it'll just shut down. And I know this has been happening to a couple of people. They've mentioned it to me. So one thing you want to do is you want to hurry up and get back onto the scope and recapture your audience. The best way to do that is to not have to type the title all over again from scratch, but to just, quickly paste it back in there and hit the Start Broadcast button again. So I've gone ahead and typed my title in here. This is your only opportunity to give your scope a title, so you don't want to miss this step, because once the scope starts and records and saves, you cannot go back, unfortunately, at this time and change the name, though I hope at some point in the future Periscope allows us to do that. That sure would be nice, wouldn't it? Because sometimes you just forget stuff as you're going through. So I've got the title there. Now I want to draw your attention to these icons. Hopefully you can see them. They're kind of grayed out just above the Start Broadcast button. This one is very important. If you're on Twitter, or even if you're not, go get on Twitter, and it's a great complement with Periscope. You want to make sure that you activate this. What this is doing is it's turning on your Twitter post. So what's going to happen when I hit the Start Broadcast button, Periscope is automatically going to shoot a tweet out to my Twitter timeline. And so everyone that's following me is going to be able to see, oh, there's a scope going on, right? And they can click into the link. And the great part about that is it doesn't matter if they're on their phone and have Periscope or not. They can still click on the link and watch your scope even from their PC or Mac, which I think is pretty cool. And so you definitely want to make sure that this is activated so that you get as much exposure for your scope as possible. Now, whoop, I'm doing it on the wrong place again. This is your location. I recommend that you keep that up, especially if you're at home, because you don't want people to know your specific location and come knocking on your door. Not safe, right? So I always keep that turned off. This is your lock button. I just clicked on it right now. This is where you can say you're hosting a private scope. So you only want the people that you identify in this list, which you would be selecting from your current followers, to be able to see your scope. This is a great feature if you're using scopes for team trainings, or one-on-one sessions or small group sessions with your team or with prospects. But I would keep that unlocked if you were looking to make your scope public, which I'm thinking in most cases you would be. This feature here, this is where you're going to allow people to chat with you. I like to keep mine open. I don't want to restrict it to just people who are following me because I'm using this to build my business and hopefully build my followership. So I would love for everyone to have the option to communicate with me on a scope, right? And that's the beauty of a scope, is that you're not just talking at people. They can actually comment and ask you questions that you can respond to in real time. So I want to make sure that everyone can chat. So I always leave it to everyone. I don't usually set it to only my followers. Share the love, let everyone have their say, right? Okay, that is it as far as establishing the scope, and now we're ready to do it. So here we go. I'm going to start the broadcast. All right, so I'm going to actually double tap. I just turned that around. Oh, I guess I did it twice. I'm sorry. I just double tapped. There I am. So now you can see my face. This is how you can turn your scope, just like as if you're taking a video or a picture with your phone, where you can either do it from either side of your smart device. I'm trying to say that the right way. So, oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. Feel free to share the love. So I guess I should stop right now and speak to the Periscope followers who are joining us over here. What we're doing right now is we're actually hosting a hangout where everyone's looking over my shoulder to learn how to initiate their first scope, set up their account, and see how easy it is to actually host a scope. So thank you guys for see, if you guys are on the hangout right now, you can see this message right here. It automatically tweeted out to my Twitter timeline the minute I hit the button on Periscope to start this scope, which is so powerful. So if you're on Periscope, being on Twitter also, very powerful combination, because all you got to do is hit the start broadcast button and all of your Twitter followers can already see that you're on Periscope right now, and they're coming over to join and show the love. Hey, Robin. Oh, hey, Rocker. Thanks for inviting some friends. Thanks for sharing. You guys are awesome. It's so great to have you. Hello, Hector from Mexico. Great to see you. Great to see you. Okay, so just for you guys who are here on the scope with me, this is a little bit awkward because I'm actually kind of managing two things at the same time. I've got the scope going on, and I'm also, hey, Sheila from Chicago. Get Fit with Sheila. Awesome. Thanks for being here with us today. It's great to have you guys. And so what we're actually doing right now is I'm hosting a Google Hangout for my community, which, by the way, pop on over, Facebook community. We are Social Media Marketers United. Join us. Would love to have you. And what we're doing right now is just kind of a quick and dirty training to show people, hey, Robert. Hey, Robert Ramos. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for scoping it out, right? So just trying to help everybody get familiar with Periscope. I know a lot of, hey, Robert. Hey, Jody. Thanks, guys, for the love. So, okay. Anyway, so we're hosting this Google Hangout, so I'm trying to manage two things at once. So forgive me if I seem a little bit scattered, but just going back to the Google Hangout here, you guys can see the hearts coming up in this corner here. Somebody give me some love so that we can show what's going on with the hearts. Anybody there? Awesome. Thank you. Woohoo! Awesome. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you. You're the best. There's the link. Join us over there at Social Media Marketers United. Would love to have you. We share awesome tips, tools, resources, and inspiration to help anybody that wants to grow their business online. But anyway, so hearts. Getting back to the task at hand here. So we have these hearts. Building up your hearts is just kind of a way to let people know that you've provided some valuable content and that people are appreciating what you're sharing and that you're not just sharing whatever. So it's a great way, building up, asking for that love, asking for people to give the taps, and they just have to tap on their screen to give you some love, is a great way to kind of build your credibility with your audience and let them know that you're there to provide some good value and share some things that are helpful to them. So that's an important thing whenever you're initiating a scope. ask for the hearts. Oh, they're coming in fast and furious. I love it. Ask for the love. You know, we're all here to support each other and in this journey, this crazy online journey of online marketing. So feel free to ask for your hearts. Make sure when you establish your scope that you're not only doing that, but that you're talking about what you're doing on your scope and that you're giving people some sort of call to action. Robin actually just gave me a great save there because, and hopefully everybody can see on both of these devices that I'm doing at the same time, that she helped me with that call to action, because in Periscope I can't actually type in a clickable link. That's kind of it's kind of one of the challenges that you have to find creative ways around. And so Robin, actually that's a great idea, just having somebody that you can count on that'll pop into the scope, and whatever your call to action is, whether you want to send people over to your blog or your Facebook community or your Facebook fan page or just your Twitter account or whatever it is, wherever you want to send people. You are the best. That is a great way to do it. And so I wouldn't have been able to share that link if Robin hadn't done it for me. So just that's a little lesson learned today as we do this together. So we're learning as we go. Does anybody have any questions about what I've shown so far on the scope, on the Hangout? I know I've got two things going on at once, but I want to make sure that this is valuable and helpful for you, and that when you're finished with the scope, when we terminate this broadcast, you know exactly what to do to go out and start your own scope. That is the goal. You got kicked out. Are you looking for the link for the Hangout, Sheila? Is that what you're looking for? Tell me which link you're looking. Oh, are you looking for the social media marketers link? The Hangout? Oh, sorry. Now I've asked you too many questions. Sheila, what is your, you know what? I'm going to write the Hangout. Can you get into Social Media Marketers United? The Hangout post is, or the link for the Hangout is right there at the top. You should be able to just go right in and click on it. And then you can actually join me on the Hangout side. Yeah. Let me know if you're able to get in, okay? Hopefully you can. So yeah, because this session is for you guys. Obviously you're already on scope, so you know how to start your own scope. But Rob and Jody, anybody have any points that I missed that are important for starting up and initiating your account and getting going with your first scopes, or anything you've learned as we've scoped together? Oh, hey Jody again. Welcome again. As we've kind of learned, you know, this is a relatively new platform. Robin, anything? Can you still hear me? I'm going to hydrate here for a second.
No,
There you are.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep
that's okay. Did I miss anything?
No, you did a great job.
Anything critical?
Sounded good.
Oh, did I make any mistakes?
No.
No? Okay, cool. Anything else that you think I should add in to help people get their account set up and start that and just kind of break that barrier of, you know, because I think a lot of times we get held back. Okay, awesome, Rucker. Were you doing okay with your double tap issue on the screen, or are you still having problems with that? Rucker, I'm talking to you. Just because I'm talking to so many different people at once. But I think a lot of times people just don't take the action. Robin, you may feel the same way. You're still having a problem? Okay, then we'll talk about that next. So I'm recording the Hangout. If you're not able to get on, that's okay, because I'll set the replay in the community group for you, and you can watch, and then we can private message to get you. Thank you, Jody. Awesome. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying, Robin? I was saying, that I think a lot of times what holds people back is just they get into something new like Periscope, and they don't quite understand it, so they're afraid. You know? Would you agree with me?
Yes. Yeah, I think you just have to play with it. Watch a couple people's scopes and see what they do, and follow like the big names. Like if you're in social media, you know, Kim Garst, great person. Yeah. Ray Higdon, great person. Except he bothers me because he scopes while driving, and it drives me nuts. Yes,
I have noticed that too. The scoping while driving is not good.
Me. I don't know why
scope
people
and drive. Don't scope and drive. I know it's funny. It's Robin's just talking for you on the scope. You might not be able to hear Robin. She's talking about how Ray Higdon, he's great to follow, but he scopes while he's driving.
Seriously.
No scope and drive.
No.
Stay safe, people. Stay safe. One other thing that I was going to say about the scoping, and one thing that you can do. At Robin Smith 2008, follow her. She's another Periscope expert. Jody, where are you? Where's Jody? What's your username? Are you at Jody Shadran on Periscope? Hopefully you're still there. I know Jody's having some issues, but you follow Robin and Jody as well. Robin, there you go. She just popped up with her. Yeah, she just popped up with her username. Go follow her. When you're done, you can also tap into my follow. There you go, at Jody Shadran. Go follow Jody and Robin. They're getting up and running on Periscope as well. They have a lot of helpful information to help you get started too, and help you learn how to use Periscope. And we could do some more advanced stuff if you guys. Oh, awesome. See, the networking is happening on the scope, right? Scope networking. But anyway, after we finish with this scope, you can actually tap into my followers. Feel free to follow, connect, network with one another. Oops, sorry, people are messaging me. I thought I had turned that off.
Oh, that's actually one thing I just learned.
What?
Share. From happening? If you turn your phone on airplane mode, that won't happen.
Good idea.
Yes, I had somebody call in the middle of a scope yesterday. I was so embarrassed. So
okay, I am doing that right now. Awesome.
Thank
you. Yeah.
Somebody told me about it. Yep.
Yeah, because I thought I locked that down, but apparently I did not. So, ooh, good tip. Turn your phone on airplane mode. For those of you on the Hangout, you just saw me do it. I just swiped up, and of course I'm on an iPhone, so it might be a bit different if you're on an Android. But I just swiped up and I hit the little airplane. Let's double tap and show you guys. I just swiped up and hit this little airplane icon for those of you on the scope. And that just turned me on to airplane mode. And then for some reason, it's not actually going away. So you can see here that I've actually got my scope centered on my computer screen. So that's actually something that you can do if you want to do a quick tutorial or let people peek over your shoulder with something. Maybe you want to show people a process or something that you can do through social media or online. You can point your phone and actually center on that and do a tutorial if you want to. I'm actually thinking I might get something that holds the camera a little more steady. I think my Google Hangout is frozen, so that's not good. Let me see if I can get that back.
No, your Google's fine. I think it's your
my Periscope is actually okay.
Oh, because I lost
it might be my Reflector app that's frozen too, and I don't really know how to unfreeze that. Yeah. However,
I lost you.
You've lost me?
I lost you, yep.
Or you lost me on the scope?
I lost you on the scope, yeah.
Huh, okay.
Oh, it's me.
All right, well, I'm going to conclude this scope for now. I'm going to stay on the Hangout. So, yeah, if you're on the Hangout, stick with us. We're all recording, but I'm going to end this scope. Thank you guys so much for coming. Love you guys. Thanks for the love. Appreciate it. So what I'm going to do now is I swipe down. Hopefully you can see it here on the Hangout. I'm swiping down, and I'm hitting that stop broadcast button. Boop. All right. Yeah, I think something happened with my Reflector app. So it's not actually recording. So I may have to do something just to show that part after the fact. That stinks. Oh, well, technical difficulties. What can you do? Oh. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn it around away from this. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. Awesome. That was awesome. Thanks, guys, for the help. I'm so glad you guys were both able to come. So hopefully that will help some people.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how much help I was. I literally could not be in the same room as the Google Hangout with my Periscope because Periscope kept stopping. I was like, damn it.
Because why? We're being recorded, by the way. Do you want me to stop this? Okay, so this is our quick and dirty. I'm going to go ahead and conclude this live session now. I'm going to post it in the community for everybody, and then we can open up a thread for questions there to help you guys get started. Okay, stopping the broadcast now. Bye. Thanks, guys. Bye.